I'm owner and content creator of bloomingbrilliant.net, where I share educational resources, parenting advice, and of course, information about homeschooling. I'm a homeschool mom of two. I homeschool my 12-year-old daughter and my 8-year-old son right here in Brooklyn, New York. And I love to share a homeschooling journey with you. Today, I'm going to be talking about teaching typing with Typesy. So I have tried a few different ways to teach typing in our homeschool, but Typesy is pretty amazing, and I'm going to share why in just a bit. So let's get started. I don't know about you. I grew up in like the 90s and early 2000s. Like that was my young phase. And computers were new. Computers were like becoming like the household, necessity that it is today. We had computers towards that early 2000 phase, so like the late 90s and the early 2000 phase. And in school, I went to a private school, and they stressed the importance of knowing cursive handwriting for high school and college. Like this is my elementary, junior high school that stressed it. And they said how important it was because in college, I would be handwriting my essays, my papers, all my work. And so I needed like perfect cursive. This was the onset of computers. I hardly used cursive in high school or college. We typed. And nowadays, that's even more prevalent. Our children are functioning solely on computers and laptops. So that's why it's important to teach your kids typing, and not just any typing. Touch typing is an efficient way to have your kids typing fast and easily without struggle, and it's good for them, for like their posture and all that. So touch typing is really important, and that's why I'm recommending you try out Typesy. Not only can you try it out for a whole year and get a refund if you didn't like it, that alone's like, what do you got to lose? It's pretty amazing because you can, like for me, I have a 12-year-old and I have an 8-year-old, so they are in two different wavelengths. My son is just getting started. He doesn't know how to type. He's still working on spelling. He's still working on, like, if we talk about, he hates handwriting, like hates it with a passion. I have to fight him tooth and nail to get him to write. So it really does come in handy with the typing because he can now, practice spelling by using typing. He can practice writing sentences and paragraphs and essays using typing versus me screaming and yelling at him or just getting really frustrated with him to handwrite stuff. Although he still needs to practice that because that's important just as well. But you know what I mean. It makes the pressure ease just a little bit because he can still hit those other subjects now with a easier way, or with less resistance and less pressure. So I like that. And that's how we've been using it with him. But my daughter is more advanced. She's been typing forever. She's in technology classes. She types. So for her, she's more advanced, and she likes it because of that competitive streak. They have like a little fame board or a town, what is it called? Like a Hall of Fame. That's what it is. A Hall of Fame list. And, trying to get on it is pretty difficult. So, keeping up with your skills, it's great motivation. She's very competitive in that regard. She likes to be, on to the next level. And so that really is great for her. So like I said, two ends of the spectrum. They both have their own individual courses, their own individual little classes that they're in for it. They both start at the very beginning and work based on their skill, on their proficiency, and I don't need to change programs. So AJ can do the program and do it at his own pace, and he can go from beginner to super advanced and proficient in one program, and Bella can do the same exact thing. She doesn't have to get a new program because she has made it to the end of it and her skills have outpaced it. Is that right? Way to say it? I think so. But so you know what I mean? Because a lot of typing programs are out there and they don't record your progress. They don't record your pace. You just start and end and just keep doing it. Or if they do record it, they stop well before you're in an advanced level. And this has classes for like adults. This has classes for high school. So that's why I really like it. I also like how they implement other classes in it. They have like language arts, science, history, things, so that when you're practicing typing, you're also learning other skills and subjects. So I like that as well. It's a standout curriculum when it comes to typing because of all the things I just said. They have over 4,000 lessons available, and like I said, in various subjects, including language arts, science, history, math. And that's important. Like that, I never seen that in any other typing curriculum. They do have games. It is very, for the younger kids, they have stories and characters which make it fun and engaging and motivating for younger kids. But they also take that fluff, and you don't have to have it included if you're an older kid and you don't enjoy that. If you just want to, practice your skills. So I like that as well, because like my daughter, she might not love the fluff of characters and all that and like little storylines as much as my son does, because he loves all the games and everything. And that's another thing of why typing is important. My son is struggling still with spelling and things like that, working on these skills. And we had a lot of pushback because he didn't like handwriting. But as he's progressing with learning how to type, he's also being able to communicate on his like Nintendo Switch when he creates game levels of his own. He likes Mario Maker, and he can now start adding descriptions and things like that to his games, which he was struggling with before. Typing on a computer definitely helps because you still have a keyboard there. So texting, typing, it all works together, and it's a really important skill to learn and grow. Because I also mentioned this, I have a blog post in the description box, but typing is no longer a special skill. I know a lot of older people, they like to say like on a resume, like my special skill is typing. Well, that's like the bare minimum nowadays. That's not a special skill. So you need to know it. So yeah, you can't, even if you don't love technology, you kind of have to embrace it and dive into the typing world of it. So Typesy is a great option for teaching typing. I think it's actually one of the best typing programs that we have used in our homeschool. And like I said, we have used many. It is a paid program. You subscribe to it and you use it and you can grow with it, and it's amazing in that regard. And it just, with the amount of lessons, and they also have a great support team with the videos on how to like set up your account and all of that. It's just an awesome option when it comes to teaching typing. So I hope that you check it out. There is a blog post in the description box, and if you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you can get our videos as we post them. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and share it with your community, because sharing is caring, and you never know who could actually use some of this information. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Happy homeschooling. Bye.